Good morning, everybody. It's Jeremy Sutton, owner of Servant PT, host of the Servant PT podcast. Help women 50 and over live a life full of health, family, and fun through exercise and motivation. So, this morning, what is the answer? What is the solution to your problem? So, we all have issues, and I'm going to be talking about physical therapy a little bit this morning, and talking about what we can do. So, I see a lot of people that come into the clinic and they've been hurting for a long time. They've not been able to put their clothes on without falling back onto their bed or sitting on their bed. They haven't been able to get on their knees to get out of the bathtub when they get out at night or in the morning or whatever. They haven't been able to walk to the mailbox without getting out of breath or their hip hurting in a long time. And so those are three very real problems, three situations I've heard many times, exactly those three things. And so what are we going to do about those? Well, as you know, I listen to a lot of podcasts, I read a lot of books, and one of the things that one was talking about is how to make a 1 minute solution, how to come up with a 1 minute solution. And you're not going to answer every question in 1 minute, but basically what it was talking about is when you are set with a problem and you don't really know what to do, try to have a direction to go in within a minute. And so when I do that in the clinic, it's we do an evaluation for people that come in. Usually takes 30 to 45 minutes to do that. And then at the end, we come up with a plan of what we're going to do with them. And sometimes it's not the end-all, be-all. It doesn't have every single step in it. It's just a plan. Sometimes plans change. Sometimes plans stay the same. But we come up with something. We go in a direction. We don't let it get us down. And that's what I want. That's the part of it I want to talk about this morning is when we have a problem, like we can't get dressed without sitting or falling. Can't walk to the mailbox. We can't get out of the tub at night because we can't get on our knees due to pain or whatever. Don't let that stop you. Don't let that put you in a constant state of being scared and suffering and not really knowing which direction to go in. There are solutions to all of those problems. If someone can't stand on one leg to get dressed, then they probably have some weakness in that leg, or they have a lot of balance issues. Both of those things can be addressed, and in many cases can be fixed with just some work and some time put in. If someone can't get on their knees and get out of the bathtub, there again, it could be due to a lot of pain in the knees, or it could be due to just weakness and balance there. And same thing with walking to the mailbox. That could be endurance due to breathing issues because you haven't been doing anything for a long time. It could be to arthritis in the hip, which can be helped with exercise. So all those situations that I described were real situations, but there were also real answers to each one of those situations. So I want to tell you a little story. Had a lady come to me and ended up she's been one of my favorite people in the last long time, and said, Jeremy, I just really thought I was just going to have to live like this. I've been hurting for over a year. Very active person, works in the yard all the time, decorates, cooks, cleans, does all these, just things, just stays active all the time, but hurting every day getting dressed, and just thought that they were going to have to live like that. And we got in the clinic and had them work, and we weren't able to get rid of 100% of the pain, but we were able to get them back to getting dressed and being active and working outside in the yard and doing the things that they loved. And now I have a lifelong friend with that person, and it's really rewarding for me. It's rewarding for them to be able to meet those goals and get back to doing the things that we're missing in life. And if you think back to your life, there's been things that I couldn't do. I've hurt my back before, and I couldn't exercise. I could barely walk. It's not fun. It's miserable. It's scary. I did that last year. I was 36. It was very scary to have to walk bent over for a week and not be able to sit down without pain, not be able to drive to work without severe pain. And thankfully I was able to get the care I need to do the exercises and get back to doing whatever I want. And I don't have any back pain now, other than just aches and pains sometimes. But when people are going through that, it's very scary and it's very disheartening. And so just sit down and take a minute and say, hey, let's figure out a solution. Let's figure out a direction to go. You may not have all the answers yourself, but there may be someone else, like a physical therapist, that has the answers. You just need to find that person and start heading in the right direction. We don't always need to know the exact end of where we're going, but we need to know a direction, and we need to start moving that way. So if you're having that issue today, or if you're having any other kind of problems, whether it be physical, mental, spiritual, whatever it is, sit down for just a few seconds, few minutes, and just think, which way can I go? What can I do to start to make myself feel better or be better? And then start moving that direction. Whether it's calling a friend, calling a medical professional, whatever it is, reading a book, watching a video, whatever it is, just start going towards that direction and get to where you can meet that need and that goal you have. And just realize that it's not going to kill you. You're going to get through it, but you have to do something first. So I hope that was helpful today. Last thing I want to talk about is just in studying this morning in the Bible, just reading Romans chapter 3, verse 24. It just talks about how we were given free grace by Christ, and it didn't cost us anything. It cost him everything. And I've read that verse so many times in my life, but this morning, that is what stuck out to me the most. And I'm just so thankful for that free grace that we're given. And I hope you know that grace. I hope you feel that grace in your life every day. Hope you know that I love you and I'm here for you. And if you need anything whatsoever, no matter if we've met 100 times or we've never interacted at all,